I I'd like to make this message a bit short, just to really get to the point. No crazy Bible verses, no crazy stories, no nothing. Just what's popping on my mind. Recently, I've been fighting my own battles, and this one battle that I need to fight in order to claim my victory in the upcoming weeks, it is mentally straining. And one of the reasons why is because of impatience, which I'm about to talk about. Impatience is the opposite of a virtue, right? Impatience is something that we don't usually want to keep because we want to show God how wise we are with our thoughts. But then it's not always the case, is it? You get these thoughts sometimes that sorry, that go against God or that go against how he wants us to really think about him. And that can be dangerous because you know how God knows everything, and that includes your own thoughts of what you're thinking in your mind and what's in your heart. So you can notice a pattern when it comes to impatience. When you choose to keep impatience in your heart without you realizing it, that's when your blessings keep getting delayed because you have this lack of trust in him. Listen, if you're dealing with impatience, you need to trust God now more than ever. You need to pray to him now more than ever. You need to worship him now more than ever. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're just showing him you're not being fruitful with your labor. You're not being obedient to the relationship that you have with him. And that goes to show that it is a form of disobedience that you're keeping out of selfishness. And this selfishness is what's going to cause you to amass great hurts. And God doesn't want you to get to that point. I mean, no offense, but the more times you think about that being selfish is ideal for the desires you need, the more you're just showing God that you don't need him and that you just need to rely on yourself like Kanye West did. When Kanye West haven't had his prayers answered, what happened is that he left Christianity because I don't know, he had his problems with Jesus, but he didn't even understand that he needed a relationship with Jesus first. But even then, even beyond a relationship, it's about him, his works. It's like showing one side of him, and then the other one is just completely hidden from the world. And we don't really know what he did, right? He probably did some really evil things when he released Jesus is King, the album. Like, come on. Like, who knows? Who knows what he did with Kim? I don't know. It's all on God's timing. I just want to remind you that being impatient is not going to win you anything. If you had a choice between being patient and being impatient, choose patience every time because they're both free. Mind you, they're both free. It's just that patience requires a bit more effort because you need to remind yourself to be grateful for everything that you already have. And with that being said, bro, just understand and remember that his ways are higher than your ways, and his thoughts are higher than your thoughts. But does that really help when, let's say, you had a miscarriage? Does that really help when you lost everything at the moment? Words are just words. But not only are these God's words, but they they hit harder when someone else has gone through the same pain that you have. And so this is why it's important that when you feel impatient, run to your community or talk to it with a loved one or even like your best friend or like a Christian colleague, anything of that sort to remind you that you're not alone in the battles that you face and that I'm with you on this. You understand? I'm with you no matter what happens. The world is big and your life is very short compared to what others are going to live through. There are trees that live longer than us do. Like, you know how crazy that is? Like, there's trees out there that live for like 400, 500 years that live longer than 5 human lifespans. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Man, be more grateful. Your impatience is going to leave you when you start being grateful about life and making sure that you stay focused on his promises. You understand? Stay focused on God's word. Just stay focused on God in general, man. I love you. You stay blessed and let him take care of your spirit. Ciao.